Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Welcome along to our webinar today on assignments. My name is Mairead O'Connor and I'm currently in Ireland. And yeah, lovely sunny day here today. We're having a nice month of June. Hopefully you are all enjoying the beginning of summer where you are. Although, of course, it may not be summer where you are, it may be winter. So yes, I shouldn't be so summer-centric. So as I said, everyone, my name is Mairead. I'm in Ireland and I've been teaching for around 20 years now. So today, hopefully, I get to share some of my experience with you. As I'm sure you all know, today's webinar is all about assignments. Now, I know that some of you will be doing different courses, so we're not going to talk in detail about any particular assignment. Instead, we're going to try and give more general information that will help you no matter what assignment you're doing. So if you're all ready, let's get started. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why are we making you do all of these assignments? Well, there are two main reasons. The first reason is that our accreditation bodies need us to demonstrate that we are telling you the correct things. Okay, so you need to do assignments in order for our accreditation body to see that we are indeed teaching you what you need to know. Another very important reason for assignments is that it gives you the chance to apply the theory that you have learned. Okay, you're taking in so much information from the online modules, that this is your chance to get practical and to put it all into practice. You may also be wondering about who grades your assignments or how the process works. Well, here in the TEFL Academy, we have a team of very qualified, experienced EFL teachers who mark your assignments once submitted. All of our graders follow a marking rubric. Okay, we have a very strict marking criteria, and that is how we decide your grade. How well do you fulfill the criteria? The reason we have such a detailed marking rubric is to ensure transparency and objectivity. Okay, and please rest assured that assignments are regularly moderated. Okay, so our IQA department, Internal Quality Assurance Department, checks very, very regularly to make sure that the markers are marking fairly and consistently. Okay, so please be assured that there is a very rigorous process going on around marking. So how to start? Well, depending on what course you're doing, your first assignment will generally pop up in Unit 5. Okay, once you've completed all of the end of unit tests up to Module 5, okay, your first assignment will be revealed. Until you have completed all of the end of unit tests up to Module 5, the assignment will be hidden. Okay, so there are no shortcuts to the assignments. You've got to work through all of the modules, all of the end of unit tests in order to access them. Okay, this is to give you the best possible chance at having seen all of the relevant material. Okay, so when you do get to your first assignment in Unit 5, your assignment will be unlocked. There will be an instructional video. It's really important that you watch that because it will give you the overview of what you need to do in the assignment. Okay, once you've watched the video, you will then get access to the assignment instructions and templates. Now, I would recommend that the very first thing you should do is download all of the templates and create a folder on your PC or laptop. Okay, there can be quite a few documents involved in these assignments. So, get organized right from the beginning. Download your templates, create your folder, and put everything in there. That way you'll have everything in the one place on your computer. Depending on the assignment, the instructions can be a little long. Yeah, there can be a lot involved in these assignments. So if there's anything that you don't understand about the instructions, please get in touch immediately. Okay, don't suffer in silence. Okay, all you need to do is open a new ticket. Okay, and send your questions to tutor support. All right, anything to do with assignments, tutor support is who you want. Okay. If you are having any issues with your enrollment, maybe if everything disappears from your dashboard, you can contact student support. Yeah, and they will help get you back up and running. Okay. Or if you're having issues with templates, or if your assignment is just not unlocking itself, yeah, you can contact technical support or IT support. Okay. So it's really important that, if you come across anything you're having issues with, reach out for help immediately and we will get you on your way. I would say 99% of tickets related to instructions should go to tutor support. Okay, because we're the ones who deal with the course content. Okay, you will see that you are provided with a series of templates. Yeah, for some assignments there'll be maybe 4 templates, for others there'll be 6. Okay, it varies from assignment to assignment. Okay, there isn't a set number of templates you should have. It's really important though that you do use the TEFL Academy templates. Okay, don't be tempted to go create your own format of document for the assignments, okay, because we will ask you to resubmit. It's super, super important that you use the templates provided. There's no need to delete the instructions from the template. Yeah, there's no need to delete anything, okay? Just fill in your information on the templates. A lot of the assignments will require you to also submit some teaching materials, okay? In some assignments, you have to create your own material. In other assignments, you can find already prepared material online or from textbooks, okay? It's really important that you do upload the material relevant to your assignment. We need you to upload the worksheet or the visual, okay, not just a link to it. It happens quite often that students will say, oh, I would use this worksheet, and they just give us a link to a web page. Okay, that is not enough. You will need to go download that worksheet and convert it to PDF and actually put it in your assignment. Okay, a link is not enough. A link to the material must also be provided if you have used a worksheet or a task from a website. Okay, so you will show us the actual worksheet and a link. All right. If you upload your material as a series of links, you will be asked to resubmit. So it's helpful to know that from the beginning so that you get into the habit of showing your actual material in the assignment. Referencing is also an important part of all of your assignments. Okay, they will all require a bibliography of varying degrees of length. It's very important that you reference all material that has been consulted or adapted for your assignment. Okay, so if, for example, you find an idea for a really fun speaking task online, but you change the content of the speaking task a little, you still need to reference where the original inspiration came from. Okay. When you come across your first assignment in Unit 5, there will be a comprehensive referencing guide there. Okay, it will be, it'll be a document in with all of the other templates. So make sure you read that document because it tells you how to reference different sources. Okay, and you will be able to then use it for subsequent assignments. Okay, again, if you're having any issues with referencing or putting together your bibliography, please send a ticket to tutor support and we'll be happy to help. So here's a checklist for you. for before you submit, just to make sure that you're sending us everything you need to send us. Before you submit your assignment, read the checklist that is provided in the assignment instructions. Yeah, it will say, have you included A, B, C, D? Yeah, and working through the checklist, you can check that everything is there. I would definitely advise you to save an editable copy of your assignment files on your computer. Okay, don't just think, oh, I'm ready to submit. So then afterwards, I'm going to delete this from my life. Please don't do that. You've got to save editable copies just in case. Save the files in PDF format. Okay, we do not accept files in Word format. Yeah, because the formatting can get bumped around a bit. So if you do submit in Word, the likelihood is we will ask you to resubmit in PDF. Okay, so save yourself the time and convert everything to PDF before submission. You can absolutely, work on them in Word. That's not a problem. You can fill them in Word. You can do everything in Word, but just before you submit, convert it to PDF. Please bear in mind that all documents must be clearly labeled. So online, on the instructions page, it will tell you how to label all of your documents. It's really important that you label them clearly so that your assessor knows what's happening. So yes, the correct naming convention must be used. You will find that on the instructions page. If you can't find it or if you're having difficulty with it, send us a ticket to tutor support. When you upload all of your files to your submission window, you can review or edit any file before you confirm it as your final submission. Okay. So, if you upload something twice by accident, don't panic. Yeah, you have a chance to take away the extra copy and make any necessary changes. However, once you click the Save Changes button under the submission window, then that's it. Your assignment is gone. All right, but up until that moment that you click Save Changes, yeah, you still have time to change things around. Okay, so when you click the Save Changes button, your assignment enters our system, and our course director allocates your assignment to a marker. Okay. Normally it can take up to 5 working days to get your assignment marked. Yeah. So for example, if you submit it on a Thursday, yeah, we would start your 5 working days from the next day, which would be Friday. So it would be Friday. Then the weekend isn't a working day, so that doesn't count. So we have Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so you should have your assignment then back a week later. Yeah. However, if we are going through a busier marking period, it can take a couple of days longer. Okay, but please allow 5 full working days, yeah, before you get in touch with us asking about your assignment. I would say assignments tend to be graded quicker than 5 working days, but yeah, that would be our maximum. But you could also add on a few days if we're going through a very busy marking time. Okay, in order to see your grade once your assignment has been marked, you've got to go to your dashboard, your course dashboard, go to the little icon in the top right. It looks like a little globe. Okay, click it, and on the drop-down menu, you will see the third option is grades. Okay, just go to the grades option, scroll down past your test results, and you will see your feedback at the bottom of that page. Okay, so go to the icon, click the drop-down menu, click grades, scroll down, and your assignment feedback will be there. If you're having any difficulties accessing your feedback, again, send a ticket to tutor support and we'll be more than happy to help. All right. Now, it may be that when you submit your assignment, it is not successful the first time. Okay, maybe you don't pass the first time. If this happens, you will be asked to resubmit. Now, if you see that you have to resubmit, please don't panic. Okay, it is genuinely not the end of the world. The good news is that you get 2 chances to resubmit. Okay, so you have ample opportunity to fix the issues that your marker has outlined. If you do need to resubmit, your marker will give you very, very detailed feedback. Okay, he or she will tell you, you need to fix this part, this part, this part, and this is how you fix it. Okay, so we will never leave you wondering what you need to do. Okay, you will always know. So yes, as I said, you have 2 chances to resubmit. Please don't delete your original files from the submission window. Yeah. Instead, you are going to click the option Add a New Attempt. All right. So when you click Add New Attempt, you will have a new window to upload all of your latest versions in. Okay. If you need to resubmit your assignment and, for example, you only need to change 2 files, yeah, you still have to upload a full set of files again with your submission. Okay. So it's really important that you keep on track of naming your files. For example, teacher language submission 2, yeah, or text 1 submission 2. Yeah, it's important that you do that so that you don't confuse yourself and start submitting older versions, newer versions, all of that sort of thing. Yeah, so try to keep yourself organized with your file names. Then, as I said, select Add New Attempt, and when you're absolutely ready to resubmit, save changes. Okay, that will save your assignment and send it back to your original marker. Okay, it's important for you to realize that if your marker requests a resub, yeah, that same marker will mark your resubmission. Okay, because they are already familiar with your assignment. It doesn't just go to a new person who doesn't know the backstory. All right. Now, most of the courses, I know level 3 and level 5 require you to do a grammar assignment. Okay. When it comes to the grammar assignments, you will also be provided with a model assignment. Okay, that is just for you to see like what the finished assignment should look like and the level of detail it should contain. Please bear in mind that the model assignment is only a guide, and your actual assignment is based on a different form. Okay, so if your model assignment features the present perfect tense, for example, your real assignment will focus on the first conditional. Okay, so it's a completely different form. The model assignment is just there for you to see what the completed product should look like, more or less. Okay, and the level of detail it should contain. When you're preparing for your grammar assignment, it's really important that you consider your class. Okay, what age are they? What's their level? Yeah, that will inform the type of materials and, the type of tasks that you choose to do. You will also need to consider, is your lesson face-to-face or is it online? Because again, there will be some variation in approach, whether it's face-to-face or online. All of this information will be included in the assignment instructions. Okay, you'll be given like a brief of the students you're preparing for. Okay, the grammar lessons, the grammar assignments, both on level 3 and level 5, will be expected to follow a PPP grammar lesson structure. Don't worry if you haven't heard of this before. Yeah, it might be that you haven't got that far in the course yet. But, you know, as a very, very brief introduction to PPP, I can tell you that these are the stages you should be including in your grammar assignment, in your lesson plan. You should consider the timing for each stage depending on the type of task set. Okay, you will need to provide timing for each one. Then you will start with a warmer to create a context. There will be the presentation stage. This is where you teach the language. Yeah, you elicit and concept check the form and function. There will be a controlled practice stage to focus on accuracy. There will be a freer practice stage to focus on fluency. Yeah, it will generally be like a spoken task. And finally, you will wrap up your lesson plan with a plenary. This is normally a very short stage, and it's just like a recap. Yeah, you ask your students a couple of questions just to make sure that they've really understood what you've taught them. So these will be the stages that you will be including in your grammar lesson plan when the time comes. Again, I know this is a lot of information, but it will all be covered in detail in the online course at the appropriate unit. Okay. When it comes to preparing a grammar assignment, I know it can be a bit nerve-wracking, especially if it's the first time that you've ever done it. So I would say once you find out what the target form or the target grammar you're teaching is, you've got to start your research, okay? It's all about the research and preparation here. Before you start your lesson plan, before you start even thinking about your assignment, start researching. You can do this online. Yeah, you can Google some good grammar websites, okay? Or if you have a library near you, you might find an actual grammar book, which is always exciting. I love actual books, but it's important that you find some resources that you can study your target grammar in. This is really good practice for real teaching, okay? Because this is exactly what you'll be doing day in, day out once you're ready to hit the classroom. Okay, you will be finding out what you're teaching, and then you will be spending all evening finding out about that thing. If you are using the internet as your main source of grammar research, be aware that some websites may have errors, okay? So, you know, don't just check one website, check 4, check 5, yeah? Make sure that you're finding the same consistent answer. Don't just go off the first website that you read because, you know, that may not be correct. When it comes to researching potential tasks for your assignments, there are a lot of EFL websites with free resources, yeah, that you can use. I'll give you some of those in the Q&A session. Again, as we said before, if you do take information from websites or from YouTube videos or from books or from any source, you've got to reference it in your bibliography. So make sure you take careful note of where you find each thing or each idea. Okay, so that covers the grammar assignment. On the level 3 and level 5 assignments, there are also reading lessons, yeah? Or there are also assignments based on reading lessons, okay? So when it comes time to prepare your reading lesson assignment, these are the stages that you should be following. As ever, there should be a warmer. There should be a stage on pre-teaching vocabulary. There should be a first reading task, a second reading task, and very importantly, a follow-on discursive task. So in other words, a follow-on speaking task. Okay, where students can, you know, talk about the issues identified in the text. Yeah, or, you know, they can expand on the topic somewhat in the follow-on task. So you will need to have these 5 stages. For all of the assignments, you will need to provide a certain level of teacher language. Okay. This is your chance to show us exactly what you would say in any particular situation. So when you're giving us your teacher language, it's important that you use direct speech. Okay. And it's important that you demonstrate eliciting, concept checking, and instruction checking. All right. So in the instructions, it will tell you exactly what is required in your teacher language. Okay. Again, if you have any issues understanding what you need to do for teacher language, send a ticket to tutor support. Okay, and we will be more than happy to help, give you some examples, etc. Also, some of the assignments require authentic texts. Now, just in case you haven't heard this term before, an authentic text is a text that has not been edited for the EFL classroom. Okay, authentic texts are not aimed at students of English. They are aimed at native or native-like speakers of English. Okay, so for example, an article on BBC News, yeah, that would be an authentic text because its audience is English speakers, not students of English. Okay, so authentic texts can be, articles from a website. They can be blog posts. They don't need to be written. They could also be, spoken texts. So, for example, TED Talks, YouTube videos, yeah, presentations. Okay, so there's a very, very wide range of authentic texts out there. When you do have to choose an authentic text, it's really important that you consider the age, level, nationality, and culture of your students. Okay, of course, whatever material we use needs to be age appropriate and level appropriate. Okay, we don't want to bring in anything that may be potentially offensive. Yeah, we have to try to find topics that are of general interest, okay, to most nationalities. But yeah, basically your authentic text must be appropriate for all students in the class. Again, there will be a lot more about this on the online course. Yeah, what constitutes an authentic text and where to find them. Just to finish up then, in terms of general hints for your assignment, I would say that if you come across any difficult terminology, for example, some of the templates will talk about skimming questions or scanning questions or intensive reading questions. If you're not sure what those terms mean, please do use the TEFL course glossary. Yeah, you will find a link to this on your dashboard. Yeah, it will explain all of the teaching terminology. Or alternatively, if there's a term you don't understand, contact tutor support and we will help. If there is difficult vocabulary in a text that you're using, you can encourage students to use a dictionary, yeah, use their own initiative to figure it out. As I said before at the very beginning, please check that you have downloaded all the documents and that you are completing all of the templates required. Okay. On the assignment instruction page, there will be a checklist and assessment document. These criteria will guide you to the important information. So make sure you look at all of the documents. That would put you in the best possible position. And finally, before you submit your assignment or before you upload it, please proofread. Bear in mind that when you start this course, you acknowledge that your level of English is either native or above C1 level. Okay, so your work must reflect this. Okay, if you send an assignment that is full of errors, maybe spelling errors, maybe grammatical errors, chances are that you will be asked to resubmit. Okay, so please proofread thoroughly. All right. Ooh, that was a whirlwind of information, right? Again, I know maybe some of you are just starting the course and none of this makes a lot of sense to you yet. It will. Okay, when the time comes to start your assignments, you can go back and watch this video on YouTube, and I promise it will make a lot more sense. Okay, so question time, everybody. Now is your chance. I'd like you to pop any questions you have about assignments into the chat box, and we will start going through them one by one. Okay, we'll answer as many questions as we can. While you're thinking about your questions, I'm going to look and see where you all are. I always like to see that. We have South Africa. Very good. We have the UK. Hey, neighbour. Helen in the UK, just across the Irish Sea. Malaysia. Oh my goodness, how exciting. Hi, Heisa. That's a long way. Oh, hi, John Nolan from Ireland. Good to see you. I'm in Galway. So I wonder where you are. I bet we probably know each other. That tends to be the way with Irish people, right? Okay, we have Emma in New York, California. Very cold Cape Town. Oh gosh, you're going through winter right now, aren't you? Yeah, that's tough. We have Brazil, Italy, London. Very good. We have a great spread of people today. Okay. So hello, Rich. How are you? Do we use MLA style format? So you're asking this about the referencing. Normally, we're not too strict on what type of referencing you use as long as you're consistent. Okay. We typically use the Harvard system. Yeah. But again, if you want to use a different one, that's okay, as long as you use it consistently and you're not just using a mishmash of different styles. Okay. There's actually a really good website you can use to create your references for you. I'm just going to check. I can't remember if it's a .com or .org, so I'm just going to check. Yeah, so there's a really good website you can use called, I'll put it in the chat box, citethistforme.com. Okay, so if anybody is struggling with referencing, you can pop the information into that website and it will give you back a correctly formed reference. All right, so let's get another question. Hello, Disserviness. Can we receive feedback before submission? No, you can't. What you can do, though, is send a ticket to tutor support asking anything you have doubts about. Okay. However, when you do submit it, you will get extensive feedback from your marker. Okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, John, Kildare. Oh, sure, look, across the other end of the country. Oh, you beat us last week in football, so. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? So Disserviness, another question. Concerning the final nature of grades, is a feedback of my draft possible available before submission? So I think this was the same question as before. No, we can't give you feedback beforehand because that wouldn't really be fair to all of the other students who don't get feedback. Plus it would be very, very time consuming for our markers. Okay, so ask all of your questions to tutor support, and when you're ready, submit. Then your marker will give you lots and lots of feedback. Okay, thank you. Okay. Ria, I don't understand what I should change. Send ticket and feedback. I need to speak to a tutor who can help. So I don't think I fully understand the issue here, Ria, but if you are having any issues understanding feedback, send the ticket to tutor support, with the things that you don't understand. Then tutor support will contact your marker, who knows your assignment already. Your marker will respond and we will get that back to you. Okay, so tutor support is definitely your point of contact here. Okay. And actually, that reminds me, Ria, thank you. If you are sending a ticket through to tutor support, try to choose the options really carefully. Yeah, like tell us what level course you're doing, what assignment you're asking about, and who your marker is. Okay, if you can do all of those things, we can get help for you a bit quicker. Okay, thank you, Ria. Yeah, please send us a message to tutor support. So, hi Lidwan, where do I find authentic materials? I assume that I need to do vocab profiling for the relevant level. So Lidwan, you would find authentic material anywhere, yeah, that is aimed at native or native-like speakers. Okay, so you know, news websites like American news websites, UK news websites, okay, Irish or South African news websites, Australian, etc. Okay, go anywhere that a native or native-like speaker would go to find information. Okay, vocab profiling is a really good idea. On the online course, we recommend a website called vocabkitchen.com. On this website, you can paste in, you know, you can copy and paste in any text and it will tell you like, oh, this text contains mainly advanced level words, or this text contains, you know, elementary level words. So yeah, that's a really good idea, Lijuan. It's a really good idea to do vocab profiling. There'll be a lot of information on this on the online course. Okay. So, hi, Samantha. Good to see you. You mentioned that we need to always use direct speech in assignments. Can you please give an example of this? Sure. So, Samantha, for direct speech, this refers to the teacher language section of the assignment. Okay. So, if you look at the chat box, I'm going to give you an example of direct speech. Okay, so everybody look at the chat box. Incoming. I'm going to make up a short dialogue. So T will be teacher and SS will be students. Okay, so imagine I want to start talking about music. So I may open the assignment, or I may open the dialogue by saying, everyone, who knows who Drake is? Okay. And the students may say something like, he's a famous rapper from Canada. Okay. And the teacher might say, what's another word for famous? Oops, hang on, let me check my spelling. My fingers ran away with me there. Okay. And the students might say something like, well known, celebrity, idol. Yeah. So you can see, Samantha, this is an example of direct speech. Okay. You indicate who's talking, yeah, whether it's teacher or students, and you give like the exact words. Okay, like the exact words that come out of your mouth. Okay, so that is what we mean by direct speech. Does that make sense, Samantha? Tell me in the comments if I've made it clear or not. All right, so thank you, Samantha. Good question. Okay, let me see. So hello, Ria. Must the assignment in the past tense? Again, Ria, I'm not entirely sure what you're asking here, but if you would like to clarify your question, that would be great, and then I'll be able to help. Okay, so hi John. Is there any quick way back to a section of a lesson? Example, if you're on Unit 5 and you want to view something in Unit 2, you have to go through the lesson rather than to the item you're looking for. So John, if you go back to your, to your menu of units, yeah, you will, like if you remember vaguely that it's in Unit 2, yeah, click back into Unit 2. And down the right-hand side of the screen, there should be a list of all of the topics contained in Unit 2. So then you'll be able to go into the one you want. If you're anything like me, however, usually I can't remember where I've seen stuff, so I do end up having to go through it page by page, which is an absolute nuisance. But, that's more on me for not remembering exactly where it was. But yeah, click into the main unit, look down the right-hand side, and you will have a list of all of the key topics in that unit. And hopefully that will get you to where you need to be, as long as you remember where that is. That sounded very philosophical, didn't it? Okay, let's see. Hello, Eliani. Can a tutor guide you towards the assignment if you're having difficulty? Well, Eliani, tutor support is your place to go to. Okay, we're the ones that will help you through the process. Once you've submitted your assignment, then your marker will help you. Yeah, but until you submit, it's tutor support. Okay, so send us lots of tickets and we will do our best to help. Okay, Samantha, that makes sense. Excellent, that is good. Okay. So CG, I've been very impressed with the prompt responsive tutor support. Oh, thank you, CG. Oh, that's really sweet. That means a lot. We do our best. Yeah, there's, there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 of us working on tutor support. So there is always someone there every day. Okay, so, you will get a response, I promise. So thank you so much for your compliment. Okay, so let's see. Do we have any other questions? Okay, Ria, I see that you are probably doing the level 3 course. Am I correct? Yeah, level 3 grammar assignment is based on the past continuous. Yeah, you're right. But again, your tutor will have given you feedback. Okay, and if there's any of that feedback you don't understand, you can, put all of your questions in a ticket, send it to tutor support, and we will try and help you with that. Okay. So Tishrifa, thank you so much for the information. Calms the nerves. Yeah, I know, Tishrifa. It can be a bit scary at first, but honestly, it's just take a deep breath and go through the stages. Okay. Really, the main thing is, if you have any questions, don't sit there overthinking. Okay. Reach out for help. Okay. We will get you on your way in tutor support. Okay. We will help. So yeah, please don't be nervous. And, even if you find the assignment difficult, and maybe even if you have to resubmit the first time, it's not the end of the world. Everything is fixable. Okay, you just need to let us know you need help and we will get you through. Okay, so hi Serja, I'm happy to inform that I've passed assignment A. Woo! Well done, congratulations. It's a nice feeling, for sure. Really well done. I know these assignments can be a lot of work, and we absolutely appreciate the effort. Okay. So we have Tracy. You're only starting. Yeah. So I imagine, Tracy, that a lot of this makes little to no sense to you right now, but I promise it will. It will when you reach the assignment stage. Okay, great. So everyone, we have 15 more minutes, okay? We have loads of time. So I want you to put those thinking caps on and get as many assignment-based questions as you can into me, because this is, this is our chance to do some on-the-spot information. In the meantime, remember I was telling you that you can use online resources for materials. Well, one of the websites that I really like is called busyteacher.com. I'm going to put it in the chat box. I find this one really good. Okay. I will say that some of the site has gone premium, so you need to pay a subscription, but they still have, they still have a lot of free stuff there. So take yourself along to Busy Teacher, and you will find lots of really good worksheets for grammar, vocabulary, ideas for speaking practice, etc. Another one I really like, I'm just going to check if it's .com or .org. This is always my memory issue. I think it's .com, but I want to make sure. Yeah. So another one that I really like is teachthis.com. Okay. Again, some of the site has stuff behind a paywall. Yeah, some of it has gone premium, but there's still a lot of really good free stuff there too. So, if you need an activity for a certain tense or for a certain vocabulary topic, chances are you will find it in either of these two pages. All right. Good. So now I think we have a couple of things there. So hello, Jürgen. Approximately how many hours does it take to complete assignment A? So Jürgen, I'm going to be really annoying, and I'm going to tell you that it's impossible to say. Okay. Genuinely, it takes some people a certain length of time. It takes other people longer. Okay. It all depends on the speed you work at. Okay. So I'm afraid I'm not going to give you a number, if that's okay, but only because there is no number to give. I always say it takes as long as it takes. Okay. This reminds me, Jürgen, sometimes students have questions about deadlines. Yeah. Well, the way the course works is that once you enroll, okay, now, not once you start the course, but once you enroll, you have 6 months from that day to complete the course and all of the assignments it contains. Okay, so 6 months from date of enrollment till your course expires, you've got to have everything done within those 6 months. That means that there isn't really like a deadline for individual assignments. Yeah, there is just the 6-month deadline in general. If you find that, if any of you find that you're running out of time, that your 6 months are nearly up and you're still not finished, please do contact Student Services. Yeah, and they will give you your options for extensions. Okay, so Student Support deal with everything to do with enrollment, extensions, etc. Okay, but yeah, if you get everything done within the 6 months, you're good to go. Okay. So, hello, Harinder. How are you? And when do we get to know about the assignment syllabus at the earliest? So, Harinder, the assignments, if you're doing level 5, the assignments will be in Unit 5, Unit 7, and Unit 10. Okay, so you will come across them when you have worked up to that point. Okay, so you'll see them when you're ready to see them in Unit 5, 7, and 10. If you're doing the level 3 course, I believe it's Unit 5 and Unit 9. Okay. that also reminds me of another important point, Harinder. Thank you. You can't submit an assignment until you have passed the previous one. Okay, so if you submit assignment A, yeah, you cannot then submit assignment B until you have passed A. Okay, so it's not that you submit all 2 or all 3 assignments together. Okay, you can't do that. You've got to pass one to be able to submit the other. That's because the feedback you get on each assignment will help you with the following one. Okay, so thank you, Harinder, for the question. Okay, is vocab profiling the only way to determine the correct level of material for the target students? It's a pretty reliable way. Absolutely, Lijuan. Yeah, it is probably the most reliable way we've got. That said, I always find with authentic material that, if you're, depending on the source you're finding it in, like if you're taking it from the BBC, for example, BBC News or BBC Sport or whatever, you can be pretty much guaranteed that it will be pitched at C1 adults. Okay. Whereas if you find it from, children's sites such as National Geographic Kids or, other similar websites aimed at native speaker or native speaker like children, you can guarantee that it will be pretty much age appropriate. Okay. So Ria, or can I see where the 6 months are up on the course? Can I ask for extra time? Yeah, absolutely, Ria. Send a message to student support. Okay, they will give you your dates. If you still have the email you got when you were originally enrolled in the course, that will give you a good clue. Okay, just go 6 months forward from that. But if you can't find it, yeah, get in touch with student support. You can have extra time if you need it. Yes, please discuss that with student support. Okay, so hi again, John. Can you advise what a good dictionary activity is? Are you doing assignment C, John? I can't give you a really good activity. I'm sure you understand why, because that is a really important part of the assignment. But I will tell you that a good dictionary activity should ideally move beyond just meaning. Okay, like it should be more than just finding definitions. Okay, we should have our students looking at word class, maybe finding synonyms, maybe focusing on pronunciation. Okay, maybe finding common phrases. All right, so my tip would be for a good dictionary activity, try to move beyond just definitions. All right, if you can do that, you'll be on the right path for sure. Okay, so hi Jürgen, how much would I need to refer to the EFL handbook or resource pack to do the assignments? It's not obligatory to use them, Jürgen. You might find that you get all of the information you need from websites or from reference books. Okay, so if you want to use the handbook and resource pack, great. Okay, if you don't, that's okay too. Okay, you can find information from wherever you need to. As long as you reference it, you'll be fine. All right, great. All right. So let's see, do we have any other questions? I see you're arranging to keep in touch. That's really nice. Why not? You might be able to help each other out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I see we have a nice mix of new teachers and experienced teachers. Yeah, that's really good. It's always nice to see different levels of experience for sure. I know it can be scary when you start out. Yeah, like I remember 20 years ago when I started, I still remember the nerves. But yeah, I always think it's just like driving a car, for example, or riding a bike. Okay, it's always scary at first. You never quite know what you're doing, but little by little, practice makes perfect. It all comes together eventually. Okay, the important thing is just start. Okay, just start and do your best, and never give yourself a hard time if things go badly. Okay, just try and accept it as all part of the learning process. Yeah. My mantra was always, and actually still is, next time will be better. Okay. When I know better, I do better. Okay. So hopefully you can all keep that in your head. Okay. When I know better, I do better. Yeah. Give yourself grace when you're starting out, because it can be tricky. It can be nerve-wracking. All right. Jürgen, Dankeschön. Oh, bitte, I think. Thank you, Jürgen. So, hi, Saroja. In assignment B, in the improvement section, should I give suggestions column-wise or just a general write-up? Oh, in the level 3. Yeah, just general write-up, Saroja, or bullet points, if you like. Yeah, or just sentences with spaces between them. Okay, yeah, that'll do the job nicely. Okay. Juanita, there's hope. Oh, Juanita, there is always hope. There is always hope. Unless you support the football team I do, in which case after today, there is no more hope. I'm very sad about it, but trying to hide it. But yes, Juanita, always hope, I promise. Okay, so we have 2 minutes, everyone. I'm just going to do a quick look back through, make sure I haven't missed anything. We have time maybe for 1 or 2 more questions. Okay, yeah, I think we've answered pretty much. Yeah, we've answered everything. All right. Yeah, when I know better, I'll do better. That's it, Heisa. That's the world's best motto. I love it. It gets me through life. So, hello, Lika Liko. I've only just started and found this webinar very helpful. However, I'm afraid that when I get to the assignments, I may forget all this. Will there be detailed guidance in the instructions? Absolutely. So much detailed guidance. And remember, if there's anything you're having problems with, email tutor support. Also, bear in mind that all of these webinars can be found on YouTube. Okay, so today is Saturday, right? Usually by the Tuesday or the Wednesday, the webinar has been posted to the TEFL Academy YouTube channel. Okay, so when the time comes, you can go to our YouTube and you can find this webinar and watch it again. Okay, that is the really good thing about the webinar. Okay, they are all on the YouTube channel. Okay, thank you. And Colin, yeah, your question is on the same topic. They are like all of the webinars are on our YouTube channel. Okay, so just go onto YouTube, type in the TEFL Academy in the search bar, and you will see our channel pop up. Okay, click on the TEFL Academy and you will find everything there. We have dozens of webinars, I think, at this stage. Yeah, we have webinars going back over the last 18 months, I believe. So do check out our YouTube channel and you'll find everything. Okay, so everyone, we are out of time. Oh, that went by very, very quickly. Thank you all so much for your collaboration, for all of your great questions. Hopefully it has clarified some doubts for you. As I said though, any questions at all related to instructions, assignments, course contact, send a ticket to tutor support. Anything to do with enrollments or extensions, student support are the people you need. All right, so Just to finish up then, everyone, in the spirit of if I know better, I do better, I'm going to ask you for some feedback on this webinar. Okay, I'd really like you to give your honest opinion of the content, and that will help us, to improve as we go forward, because all any teacher wants to do is get better. I find at the heart of it, all we want to do is be better. So you can scan this QR code, or I will also pop the link in the chat box. Okay, so you can go to our survey directly. Okay, one moment, I will find my link. Here we go. Okay, so you can click that link and it will bring you to our feedback survey. All right, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful rest of Saturday, and hopefully we will see each other again soon. Okay, best of luck. Bye-bye.